Hello everyone, today in Sangee's Cookery we're going to see how to prepare a green gram dal curry. So this green gram dal is extensively used in Asian cooking, and green gram dal is a very easy and delicious one pot recipe, and it usually goes very well with plain rice or with rotis. It also goes very well with jeera rice too. My tip to you all will be, whenever you're preparing a recipe out of green gram dal, usually it is better to dry roast the green gram so that the flavor of the dal gets enhanced. So before we go into the procedure as to how to prepare the green gram dal curry, if you're watching my video for the first time, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon for further interesting recipes and notifications. I've taken 1 cup of green moong dal. It's a big 200 ml cup. For that I've taken 2 onions, 3 tomatoes finely chopped, salt as per taste, 2 green chilies slit, 1 red chili, 1 teaspoon of jeera, some coriander leaves, some curry leaves, 5 to 6 flakes of garlic, 2 pieces of ginger, turmeric powder half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of roasted jeera powder, 2 teaspoons of dhania powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder or as per your spice level, 1 teaspoon of kasuri methi, ghee about 1 tablespoon, and some cooking oil required for frying, hing or the asafoetida around half a teaspoon. So I'm going to do this directly in the pressure cooker. 2 tablespoons of ghee. So more ghee you add, it will add more flavor. Mix a little bit of oil. Once the oil and the ghee gets heated up, I'm going to add the jeera and also the green chili slit and also 1 red chili. If you have bay leaf, you can add bay leaf as well. Today I don't have the bay leaf, so I'm not adding. Some hing or the asafoetida powder. So once the jeera also gets fried, we'll be adding the finely chopped onions. Now let's fry this onion. So while frying the onion, as you always know, I add a little bit of salt so that onions gets fried faster. I'm also adding some curry leaves. So while adding curry leaves, you can always break it and add so that it will add more flavor. Now you can see that the onions have got nicely fried. At this stage, I am adding 2 tablespoons of the ginger garlic paste, which I have actually ground. Always adding fresh ginger garlic paste will add flavor. So now while frying the ginger garlic paste, we'll adding the masala powder so that masala powders also gets cooked nicely. Just make sure that the flame is somewhere between low to medium so that the masalas do not get burnt. So this is a small tip which I want to tell you. Otherwise easily the masalas, since it is powder, it will get burnt. Adding the turmeric powder, dhania powder, red chili powder, the cumin powder or the jeera powder. Just mix up the masalas nicely and fry for a few minutes. You can add a teaspoon of ghee also. It will definitely enhance the flavor of the curry. This is one way of doing it. Otherwise, you can pressure cook the moong dal. After the moong dal has been pressure cooked, you can always add this as a tadka. But I prefer to do everything in one pot. So once I finish this, I add the dal and the tomatoes and my work is over. So it's been about 2 minutes. It's been getting fried. The masala is also nicely fried. Now we'll add in the chopped tomatoes. Let's cook this for a few minutes. So after 2 to 3 minutes, I'm just going to open the lid. You can see that the tomatoes have been cooked very nice. It's become soft and mushy. At this stage, I'm also adding a little bit of black pepper powder. Black pepper powder also will enhance the flavor. Again, this is optional. As per your spice levels, you can add, because we have added the green chilies, red chili powder, or you can add all the 3 spices in moderate quantities according to your spice level. At this stage, I'm going to add the washed moong. So this I have actually soaked it overnight. So before soaking, what I normally do is I dry roast the moong. In a pan, I just dry roast it and then I add water. That will actually have a very good flavor. Now I'm going to add some enough water. So approximately about 2 cups of water I have added. So you can add according to the consistency you want. If you want it slightly thicker, then 1.5 cups of water should be sufficient. So after adding the water, I'm just going to add some salt, which is required for the gravy, because we just added salt only while frying the onions. Mix it up nicely. I'm going to keep this for about 4 to 5 whistles on a medium flame. Slightly thick, you can actually dilute this in the consistency you want. If you want to have it like a thick gravy, you can have it like this. Otherwise, you can add some hot water. So finally, I'm going to add some garam masala powder and some kasuri methi. This will enhance the flavor. So finally, I'm going to just garnish with some coriander leaves. Mix it up nicely. You can actually mash it like this so that you get a nice thick gravy. So I'm going to transfer this to the serving bowl. Finally, I'm just going to garnish with some coriander leaves. I'm going to add a little more ghee as a flavoring agent. Again, it's optional. So I hope you'll all try out this recipe, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and relatives. Have a wonderful day.